Welcome to another consonant analysis. This analysis is with regards to the ongoing saga. Well, it's connected to the ongoing saga of Jeffrey Epstein, who my last analysis was on, and who's been finally caught by the authorities, and he's been incarcerated. So the thing about Jeffrey was he courted a lot of rich and famous people. And one of those, unfortunately, got embroiled in all of the mess that surrounds Jeffrey. It was Prince Andrew of England. So there was an article in the Daily Mirror with regards to a woman, Virginia Roberts, a young woman who apparently she's alleging that things took place while she was an escort, or she was, somebody who was there at one of Jeffrey's events to entertain various celebrities. And so the extract that I've got here is Ghizlan made it very apparent I needed to be very bubbly and energetic for our special guest. So Ghizlan is this, presumably this fixer or agent who prepares or finds these girls to actually perform a particular function. So what I decided to do for this analysis, because it's relatively short for me, I decided to do a forward analysis and reverse analysis, and that's where I look at the consonants in reverse and forwards. Normally I just look at them in reverse because what that tends to do is give an underlying meaning with regards to the extract that's been taken, which is usually more insightful than what people want to know actually. Curiously enough, what I found was that the markers actually in both directions, they say pretty much the same thing, including there's one marker to do with pampering a child. Now, in my experience in recent times, the only place where I've actually found that specific marker, because these are very specific, is actually with regards to serial killers or criminals. So that's interesting. Unfortunately, because of the way the analysis works, it's not quite certain who exactly the person is, the criminal is, whether it's Virginia Roberts who's making the allegations, or whether it's the person against who the allegations are being made. In this case, obviously Prince Andrew. So for interpretation, I've put an encounter took place in which there were mutual interests, because there was a lot of mutuality in it. And there's actually one marker specifically for that. So it seemed like there was mutual gain. And obviously she was going there because she was getting, I don't imagine she was doing it for free. She was, providing some sort of like service, not an untoward service, but just, as a companion, this type of thing, or a host of a party, whatever. And obviously people got something from that. So I do allude to that in the themes when I talk about business arrangements. So an encounter took place in which there were mutual interests, and which involved a comprehensive variety of behaviours and elicited a comprehensive variety of reactions. And they did. The reactions, that were everything from love to disgust and hate, opposite extremes, all sorts of things. When you look through the markers, you'll see anyway. So this is just a prep basically for when you actually look at the markers. So for comments, I've put the themes from the markers seem fairly consistent, both forwards and backwards, as I've discussed, which they do. And you'll see, because I've split the markers into two sections: markers 1, which is read forwards, and markers 2, which is read backwards. And this indicates the consistency of the message. It does, because normally the reason why I do reverse analyses more often than not is because it gives a completely different message to what's being read forwards. But in this case, there's a lot of consistency. There's not really much to tell in them, as you'll find when you read them. So point 2 for comments is it's not clear from the analysis which can be attributed to each party, and that's true. And that's the way the analyses work. The analysis just provides more avenues or more pointers for a researcher or a reporter or somebody like that. but little more than that, really. There are several references to deception, which there are. If I've highlighted those, you'll find them. And fourth, in both readings, forwards and backwards, there's the marker to pamper a child, which I've already mentioned. This is a unique marker not routinely found in analysis, but which is found in my analysis for R. Kelly, a US singer who's going through the courts at the moment. He's been indicted of various things. Peter Sutcliffe, a serial killer in the UK, also known as the Yorkshire Ripper. Ted Bundy, a serial killer in the US, and O.J. Simpson, a murderer in the US. A marker found particularly with serial killers and suspected actual criminals. Right, so with markers, what I'll do is I'll just read the themes. So for markers 1, which is read forwards, the themes are ambition, wretchedness, decisions, business, deception, recognition, exposure, wealth, and love. Markers read backwards, the themes are decisions, bravery, misery, accomplishment, whitewashing, disease and sickness, appearances, business, crime, and desire. And the interesting thing to note is with regards to the results as per the extract. So the extract, I've already told you. And if you look at the results, they do seem consistent with the narrative which would lend itself to what the extract is alluding to. In other words, basically that, that she's actually gone and she's been like some sort of agent, in making a party or a social event run smoothly. However, the analysis actually then goes on to give more details about what actually took place. So it's coherent, it's consistent with the actual extract. It's just that it goes into more details, that's all, and explain what actually took place, or possibly took place. So, yeah, that's all I have for you today. I hope you look forward to or enjoy reading the report. If you like the content, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next analysis.